This is Tiger Ascari. Thanks for coming back. So, I was thinking on YouTube and just content creation in general, when you're looking at Instagram or, TikTok, you're on Reels, you're scrolling, you're doom scrolling, what have you. One thing that really stuck out to me is you have a lot of these so-called 20-year-old multi-millionaire course sellers out of Miami, or in Dubai or what have you, with the Lamborghini Huracan or a C8 Corvette, and it really has got me thinking. Sure, do I believe that it's easier to make money on the internet in 2026? Absolutely. Post-pandemic, I think the ability to make money online just absolutely exploded, because people were, confined to their homes in large swaths of the country and the world. But I think we're entering an age, or already have, of diminishing returns. It's a lot of these kids. They can't be, they can't be making all this money or doing the things that they're doing, truthfully. Or if they are, they're really stretching their money out. But everyone can't be a 20-year-old multimillionaire course seller in Miami doing Forex, do drop shipping, what have you. Now, can you make money doing those things? Absolutely. But one, it's definitely not going to be a get rich quick type of deal. Some of the people that are selling these courses, they've been in that respective industry for a long time. So the idea that you're going to spend, a couple hundred to a few thousand on a course or some type of mastermind, and then all of a sudden you're going to get that aha moment and then become a millionaire the next day is highly unlikely. Possible, but highly unlikely. Now, at the same time, we're definitely entering the age of AI. We're entering the age of, I saw a video the other day of a robot that completely cleaned a bathroom, and we're picking fruit. We're entering the time where it's like, robots probably within the next 5 to 10 years are really going to start replacing a lot of labor intensive jobs, not only just computing, but, working out in the fields. This whole excuse that, more left-wing people like to give, it's like, oh, well, who's going to pick the crops? Who's going to clean your toilet? So, et cetera, so on and so forth. Well, in the future, it's going to be robots where we are really living in this cyberpunk future age where we're going to have large swaths of jobs replaced by robots. They're probably going to start doing that in Japan due to the lower birth rate, due to younger people that should be married and having a house and having kids. That's not so much happening nowadays anymore. So I think young people should be getting jobs and getting skills that are going to make them the most competitive as possible. Like myself, I'm definitely trying to, I'm really diving deep into learning another language or two, like Spanish and French. They're more similar than you think, and they're pretty easy to go to from English. So, I definitely been picking that up, as well as, trying to develop real world skills. When it comes to working with your hands, definitely like some type of mechanical work, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, welding. Those jobs are still going to be in high demand, especially because they're still skills-based jobs. Now, will robots replace that one day? Probably, but you're still going to need a highly skilled technician to kind of fall back on just in case if a robot breaks or what have you. Now, I would say that, average men should be getting jobs right now that robots and AI just can't replace just yet. Especially content creation. Honestly, content creation is one thing that I think AI will never be able to kind of not so much replace, but I think there's going to come a time where humans are going to appreciate, man-made art, or a man-made sculpture, or, sitting in front of a camera and making content. I think people are going to start to appreciate that a lot more. Now, AI has made a lot of strides today. I mean, shoot, people are making whole movie not commercials, but movie trailers with A-list actors that look very real. And, now these things are still kind of off, but they're getting better. They're getting closer. And it's going to come, there's going to come a day where you can't even tell the difference. So, I would just say, especially again as men, since we're still expected to provide and be leaders, I think it's important more than ever that we gain skills and capabilities that make us more profitable or more competitive in the workplace, and that also means going back to college. Unfortunately, a lot of college degrees are kind of BS. Getting a degree in if you're getting a degree in like English or history, I would expect you to be maybe like a lawyer or a teacher. But if you're getting something in like feminist dance theory or African American studies post George Floyd, then I don't, and you went to some private school for 4 years to get indoctrinated, then I don't think that's going to be, very, very worthwhile. And the younger generation, Gen Z, and then Gen Alpha coming up, kind of looking up and seeing my generation of millennials. We went to college and we got saddled with debt and kind of failed, especially with the 2008 financial crisis. And then Gen Z saw that, and then they decided to kind of go into content creation and making money online. So I think Generation Alpha is probably going to you're probably going to start seeing some combination of the two. I predict that education is going to be more digitized than ever. More competitive than ever as far as gaining young people's attention. And, I think homeschooling blew up during COVID. And I think you're going to start seeing that a lot more. But I think we owe it to ourselves to, the biggest investment that we should be making is in ourselves and making sure that we're getting adequate education to make ourselves as competitive as possible. Because I don't believe in get rich quick schemes. I mean, can you, again, kind of circling back, can you be some course seller and, you make money from that and you're just good enough for people to believe you just enough in order to do that? Absolutely. Or you could be a coach coaching coaches. Me and myself, I want to be an online fitness coach. It's kind of like a side business, but I don't want to coach coaches. I want to help people. I want to have clients, and have myself as representative of what I can do. Like I said, I've already lost 30 pounds, and I plan to lose about say the 70 more, and it's going to be a long road and it's going to suck, but the things that we want are going to come to us with delayed gratification. So that's all I have for right now. Definitely, all I'm saying is, young men, we shouldn't despair because robots and AI are coming sometime, and in some cases they're already here. We just need to make ourselves better. We are in an era now where those that are complacent will be at the mercy of those that weren't. And that's not going to be me. So with that, peace out.